Hello, this is a kids yoga video, so if you're an adult, you're probably going to enjoy an adult's video much more than this one. And make sure, if you are a kid, it's so important that you are safe when you're doing yoga, and we're all a little bit different, so please check my website, because my website's got how you can adapt poses, so it's going to feel really good for you. So have a look at that with an adult or a carer, whoever is at home with you, so that you can make sure that you are keeping really happy and safe. And you can go onto my website if you want, because it's got all sorts of other things that you might enjoy on it, although some of them are going to be seriously boring because they're for adults. Okay, we are going to start by doing a little bit of warm-up. So can you come to standing? Can you come to a big space, so there's lots of space around you? And can you start by making little raindrops? And you can get your legs start to shiggle, and you're going to make raindrops. They're going to go up and roll towards the sky. You're going to tickle the clouds, and then the rain's going to come down. And you're going to tickle the rain all the way up your own body and up towards the ceiling, tickle the sky again. Raindrops are going to come down, they're going to come down onto the ground. Can they make a great big pool all around you now? And then let those rainbows tickle all the way up your body. Raindrops all the way up your body, all the way up and overhead. And one more time. Raindrops are tickling down towards the ground. This time they're going to go round to one side and round to the other side. And then all the way back up your legs, lots of little pitter-patter raindrops all the way up, stretch up and overhead, and let your hands come out, let your shoulders soften down. Now I thought we'd do a little bit of lightning to go with our raindrops. So can you take your feet a little bit wider, and can you start to make lovely, saggy lightning that smashes through things and makes a real chaos? You see, I'm bringing one leg up and then the other, so I can make my big lightning strikes with my hands and with my arms. And then let your hands come down now. Lightning strikes with your legs. Are you ready? Make sure the whole house is safe. Make sure you do not kick any TVs, sofas, people, pets. And then when you've got your space, lightning kick those lightnings all the way out. Get those legs really woken up, out to the sides. Out to the sides, and bring yourself to standing. Now a little bit of sunshine to go with all those stormy weathers. So can you just take your hands all the way up and overhead? We get a great big wide soft sun all the way out and around you, and again. Imagine you can reach up to the sun, and the hands come out and down. And one more time. And then I think that is us almost ready to do a little bit of yoga, because we've got our legs a little bit alive, we're feeling a little bit more awake, we're also feeling a little bit calm, which is fantastic. It's just the way we want to be for yoga, awake and calm, brilliant. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down and onto the floor. So please use a mat if you do have one in your house. If you do not have one in your house, it's so important that you're being safe, which means not slipping at all, because slipping is not part of yoga and not helpful. Okay, so we can do loads of things, but just not slipping and falling. So we're going to start by being a little pussycat, and the little pussycat today is going to want to have a little drink of milk. So he's going to arch his back up, round his back up, and then he's going to bend his elbows, take a little drink of milk, and then he's going to arch his back up again, rounding through the spine, and then another little drink of milk. Very noisy drink, my pussycat. Arching your back up towards the ceiling. Get a really good stretch out, so stretch out through one side and then through the other side. And then back to the centre, bend your elbows down towards your knees and take a little drink of milk. And bring yourself back up to all fours. I should tell you from an educational point of view, apparently it's not so good for cats to have milk because it upsets their tummy, so you need a special lactose-free milk or special cat milk for your cat. So if you've got a pussycat, check with family before you give it real milk. We are going to come up into dog pose, and we're going to do a bit of a different one today. So toes are going to tuck under the back. We're going to slide the hips back and up, so we come up and into dog pose. And then we're just going to stretch out for a moment, get that lovely feeling of length all the way from your hands to your tail, and then bend one knee, bend the other knee so you can wag your massive doggy tail from one side to the other side. Really big, lovely movements. And then bring yourself back to the centre. Knees come down and onto the ground. Head's going to rest down. Little dog has a sleep. And I bet that little dog would like his back scratched or his tummy tickled, wouldn't he? We're going to come back and into all fours, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do next. So this is a little bit of watching time. So for you, sit yourself on your bottom, just watch just for a minute, because we're going to do something a bit different where you're going to have to know what's going to happen next. So I'm going to do it like a cartoon, okay? I'm going to do it super fast. So hips come back and up. We lift our heels, we bring ourselves forward, the hips come down, and we go rah. And then bend the knees, come back. That's what we're going to do. So now you can come back into all fours because we're going to do it now. So hands and knees on the floor, we are going to go slower, okay? I was just doing it fast so you didn't get bored. But we need to go slower so that you're safe, okay? So hips slide back towards your heels, press into your hands, lift up with your hips. Get nice and long with your legs. And then start to peel your weight forwards into your hands. So your back stays high, and then round your hips down towards the floor. Your knees can come onto the floor if that's better for you now. And then from here, lift up with your chest, feel really super strong, and you can roar if you want. Roar. Knees come down to the ground. Slide your hips back and rest down. Notice how your breathing gets really, really happy after you've done a yoga pose. Gets really full and easy. We're going to do that one more time if you would like to. So, if your body is tired or had enough, just come up into dog pose or stay. Stay on the floor and rest like a little puppy, whichever you would prefer. So are you ready? Hips come back, press into the hands, lift up with the hips. Get that feeling of length through the back of your legs. Make sure you've got enough space between your hands and your knees so you can come forward. So you're going to slide up through your hips, round up through your back, and then let your hips come down. See if you can keep your hips away from the floor, and then extend up through your chest so you press into your hands a little bit more, and you can roar if you would like. Don't scare anyone too much. Roar! And then knees come onto the floor. Extend your hips back, rest your head down. Get really relaxed. And then we're going to come up to standing now. We're going to come up to standing, so if you want to bring yourself up, so that you've got lots of comfortable space around you. We're going to come and do a tree pose, and we're going to do a tree pose where we've got something beside us to help us. So can you bring one leg up, take your foot in towards the top of your thigh, so it could be down here and really just floating, or it could be on your ankle and glued, whichever's going to be better for you. You're going to take both hands up and overhead. Can you get that feeling of lifting up? And if you want a little challenge, you can come slightly onto your tippy toes, but don't wobble, don't fall over. Use the support if you need it. And then hands come down, hands relax. And over to the other side. So leg is coming up and it settles in towards the inside of your leg if it's comfortable. You can stretch your branches up towards the ceiling, up towards the sky to get all that feeling of air in your armpits. And then you're going to come up and onto the ball of your foot if you want. Woo! And then sink down, hands come down, and leg finds the floor. Both feet settle, both feet even. We're going to come to the first side again now, if you would like. So same thing. Steady your foot in, take your hand onto the sofa, support the wall, whatever it is, or up and overhead. Choose whether you want to lift up and onto your tippy toes. Sink down. Oh, it's fun, isn't it? You get really good work in your foot and your ankle as you do this. And then sink down through your arms, down through your foot, back to standing. Second side. Leg comes up, hands come wide, stretch up and overhead, come up and onto your tippy toe if you would like. Woo! Feel really alive and really strong. And then sink your heel down and onto the floor. So you come back to really quiet. And then hands come down, leg comes down and settle the feet. We're going to come to do a sitting pose now. So if you want to bring yourself to sitting onto the floor, and we're going to be a little butterfly now. I'm going to do this so you can see better. So can you take your feet in towards one another and your knees are going to be a little bit wide. So this is the start of our butterfly wings. And then you're going to let your other butterfly wings settle down and onto your legs. So shoulders relax down, we get a little lift up and through your tummy, and you just feel like you can be an amazing array of colours. What could be better than being every single one of your favourite colours all at once? From here, you're going to take your hands onto one leg, spiral yourself round in towards the open space, and then come back to the centre, cross your arms over, and to the other side. Lengthen space and easing round. Come back to the centre, one hand on each leg. Fold yourself forwards as you hold onto your knees if it's comfortable. And again, just get that feeling of lovely sense of space in the back of your body and also in the hips. You're going to bring yourself back up to sitting. Take your feet in towards you. Have a little gentle extend through the elbows and the knees. So gentle, so the legs are still really strong. They've not just flopped open. We don't want a floppy poppy butterfly. We want a nice, strong, steady butterfly. And then bring your legs in and just stretch them out in front. We're going to do a little bit of breathing now. So we're just going to do a tiny little bit of breathing, and then I'll do the relaxation for you in a minute. So as you breathe in, can you take a breath in? And another one. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. And out. And last time. In. 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 And out. And that really helps our breathing to settle and get comfortable. Helps us to feel really good inside. Hope you have a super day. You can go onto the yoga relaxation video now, and I hope you really enjoy it as well. Thank you. Bye.